Millions of dollars unaccounted for and financial records a mess. These are just some of the claims against Little Rock's Metropolitan Housing Alliance, the largest affordable housing authority in the state.
And tomorrow, the Little Rock Board of Directors will hold a special hearing where they're expected to make the case that the Housing Alliance's board members need to resign. And this comes as we learn that warning signs about these issues go back years. Tonight, TV11's Rolly Hoyt explains why the whistleblowers who raised concerns are finally having their voices heard now.
We've been at this for a long time.
161 pages worth of allegations filed more than 2 years ago. For Dr. Nadine Jarmon, a veteran manager of public housing, her accusations have weighed heavily on her shoulders, and it's taken until this month for the weight to begin to come down on the people she accused.
The fact of the matter, everything that she said and everything that's come out now is the truth.
Chris Corbett is Dr. Jarmon's attorney. They are suing the board of the Metropolitan Housing Alliance, some of whom hired her to help manage the Little Rock properties and programs, subsidized with money from the federal government. Jarmon got the job in 2019 after 25 years cleaning up other housing messes, including 9 years in New Orleans. Executive and employee turnover greeted her here, as did a board that admits today they struggled to get under control.
They knew what they were getting, and they knew they were getting some top-notch talent. She started having some issues with the board, and she contacted me to discuss it because a whistleblower complaint is a hard step for an employee to take. I mean, essentially, you're ratting out your boss.
But she took that hard step, sending her complaint to the Office of the Inspector General in the Department of Housing and Urban Development. She alleged incompetency, misconduct, and a hostile work environment. Pages and pages pointed to poor accounting, signs of misused funds, and too much misunderstanding. To her, the board, through a separate nonprofit run by its members, had too much day-to-day involvement, something she found suspicious.
She informed them of the misuse of funds, the inappropriate spending, and that culminated in her being putting on a temporary leave of absence, and then come August they fired her.
In court responses and public statements, members of the board called Jarmon a disgruntled employee, but her allegations are among at least 5 legal actions made against them. They range from wrongful termination to discrimination suits, with at least one other whistleblower claim. 2 of the cases, including Jarmon's, are still awaiting trials. 2 have been dismissed in favor of the board, and 1 other, the federal case of Dana Arnett versus the Little Rock Housing Authority, resulted in what the current executive director described on Thursday as a modest settlement in Arnett's favor.
This board needs to choose a course of action.
That's board chairman Lee Lindsay on Thursday. He and the other members are only now facing calls for their resignations from city leaders like Mayor Frank Scott Jr. and the board of directors. While Jarmon's case moved through first federal court and now state court, federal investigators appear to have largely dismissed her account. We requested findings or reports from HUD's inspectors and the local authority, but received no response. To date, no one on the board has been disciplined, but that began to change last month. That's when a different HUD report delivered their own findings, declaring the agency troubled. It says almost $30 million remains unaccounted for. Audits are overdue. All things mirroring the allegations Jarmon and others have made. HUD is demanding corrective action, though city leaders might not give them the chance, demanding the Housing Alliance members step down. But the commission doesn't plan to go quietly, and the process of firing them is unclear.
I think we've got 2 things here that you're saying. We've got disgruntled employees. In addition to, we have some reports which were compiled without looking behind the scene. And those are the sort of things that we hope to talk about in our committee meeting.
Corbett and Jarmon plan to testify at a special board meeting Tuesday, hoping the city will finally heed the warnings she made years ago.
We need sunshine. We need light shined on these activities, and all it's going to show is what Dr. Nadine Jarmon told the feds, told the executive board, and told the Mayor Frank Scott, of what's going on.
In Little Rock, Rolly Hoyt, THV 11 News.
And the city board meeting is tomorrow at 4 p.m. A lawyer for the Housing Authority questioned whether the city board has the power to remove commissioners. They and the city are preparing for more litigation after that meeting.